Great Gardens TV, the program that's designed to inspire everyone, young and old, to do everything they can to live more sustainably and to help the environment. Now, to kick off, we're here at Scarborough Primary and we're going to teach these fantastic kids how to produce wonderful, water-wise, river-friendly veggie gardens. Kids, are you ready to get your hands dirty?
Yeah!
Okay, Brooke and the rest of you guys, we're going to do a cooking show. We're going to turn this horrible sand into soil, and most of you, that's what you have in your garden. It doesn't hold the water, it doesn't hold the nutrients. So, the cooking show, how we turn it into soil, and you've got to help me here, Brooke. All right, get your hands dirty. Are you ready? Grab some of that stuff and we mix it in with it here. And if we can make a 50, keep going, big guy, that's wonderful. And we mix that together, and now that stuff, look how good this is now looking. It's looking a bit like cookies and cream ice cream. Very slick, but we probably wouldn't eat it.
Tastes like it?
Yeah, probably. Do you want to be the first to try?
Yeah.
Okay, now look at the colour change that we've had. So look at that now, that's got a beautiful colour to it, and all that organic matter is going to mean that we can hold so much more water and nutrients, which means that when we put our plants in here, they're going to need a fraction of the water and the nutrients to get them to actually grow. So that's the big difference that it makes. And when we pour some water onto here with my beautiful pink watering can, look at that, the water goes in and this stuff sticks together. So when we can do that with our soil, when we can squeeze it in our hand and it stays in that shape, it's fantastic. All right, that's what we're going to be doing in there, is turning this horrible stuff into soil. It's going to make you have an amazing garden. Brooke, high five. Good work. So remember, healthy soil is going to give you healthy plants, which means healthy food, and that means healthy kids, right?
Yeah!
Oh my God, that's loud. Now we've got Steve here from the Cancer Council. Steve, you know all about nutrition. How important is it for kids to be growing their own food?
We think it's a really important thing, and it certainly helps kids to try new fruit and vegetables.
Now the trick is, if they're growing their own, are they going to eat more veggies?
We find that people who grow fruit and vegetables, adults and children, try different vegetables and certainly eat a bit more.
Even Brussels sprouts?
Well, sometimes.
Maybe. Who likes Brussels sprouts here? Yeah. Now, I was blown away by how many kids are growing their own food here in the school, which is magnificent. Do you think that there's lots of schools are now uptaking doing nutrition and getting kids to grow food?
We find more and more schools are doing it, and there are a number of nutrition programs. A lot of schools have gardens. We know that a lot of schools are participating in Crunch and Sip, so eating vegetables and drinking water during the day. And there is a lot of interest from teachers, and we're there to help teachers who want more information on nutrition.
It's fantastic. All right, kids, what do you reckon? Should we start digging?
Yeah!
Woo-hoo! Now the awesome thing about this super duper soil is it's going to need a fraction of the water and the nutrients to get your plants through the long, hot, dry summer. That's wonderful with our drying climate and our poor old sick rivers. So the next thing is we put them green end up, guys, very important. We put them gently into that soil. Very important that we ensure those roots are right down into that soil. Look at them, they're just already saying, how cool is this home? Yay. We give them a bit of slow release fertilizer. We want the fertilizer to go to the plants, not to our waterways, so a little bit of that. And this stuff, you could use your worm castings for this. Gorgeous bit of stuff. You're going to drink some of this afterwards. Just give them a good watering in. And then the mulch. The mulch is like your sun hat, guys. It's the thing that's going to make sure that these plants are protected, even though it's a very tough climate in which we have our plants to grow. You do that, make sure that they're looked after in the summer, and you're going to have the most incredible garden bed. So kids, what are the 5 top tips for growing healthy, water-wise veggies?
Choose the right side. Turn your sand into soil.
Use a mix of organic veggie plants.
Mulch, mulch, mulch. Use a slow release fertilizer.
Awesome. Man, it has been so good being here and helping with the installation of your gardens and passing on the knowledge so that you guys will grow and then eat healthy food, because after all, you guys are the future of WA, right?
Yeah!
Okay, we're back at my place for the Great Sustainable Home Challenge, where I'm transforming our home into a wonderful sustainable paradise. And next time we're going to show you all the incredible things we're doing inside. I so can't wait to show you that. But this time we're out here on the verge Hi boys, how are you?
Very good. Awesome.
Now, if you actually saw people on the verge doing this kind of thing, enjoying it for recreation, you could kind of forgive them for having it. But how often do you see this sort of thing happening on the verge? Maradona. Now, to put it into perspective, this enormous 27,000 litre rainwater tank would only water the average verge lawn for 3 months in summer. 3 months, that's it. Seriously guys, something has got to give. Now my verge has been sitting here unloved for a while. It's had the mulch on top, keeping it in a bit of a holding pattern, getting ready for the transformation from my water guzzling monster to my wonderful, sexy water-wise verge. So how do we go about doing this? Well, not quite like this. Check this out behind me. It's square metre after square metre of environmentally unsustainable AstroTurf. And look, hey, I get that we're all trying to find new and inventive ways to save water, but seriously, our potential solutions can't create more problems than they solve. So I don't know what this is all about, but to shed some light on it, here's my friend Sabs. Da-da-da-da-da. Hi, darling.
Mwah.
How are
Hey,
you?
Chris, very well. Very upset to see that, though, I have to say.
Mate, would you like to be that Manchurian pear in the middle of summer?
I wouldn't like to be a plant anywhere near it, because the main problem with all the AstroTurf, one of the main problems, is reflected heat.
Yep.
So midsummer on a 36-degree day, if your kids run across that AstroTurf, they're going to burn their feet.
And what if your little shadow dog goes and does its whoopsies on there?
I know, and he's an old fella, so he needs to sit down a bit. He'll burn his bottom,
And
for
there's
sure.
no degradation, so it'll just sit there and smell.
Yep.
And if one of the lovely kids does some circle work on there, what's going to happen? It just tears it up.
Well, it might be a good thing, really. But, you know, the big problem with the water as well, when it rains, just straight into that stormwater drain, there's no water going into the ground. The other thing about this soil is it kills all the microbiological life in the soil.
Yep.
Chris,
Now,
look at
that.
this, look at this, look at this.
Nature will always find a way.
Doesn't it ever? Now this sorrel is going to, it'll just spread throughout this whole, and what do? You can't
It'll
mow
have
it.
bright yellow flowers coming up.
Oh yeah, that might make
That's
it
what
look a little
nature
bit
thinks
natural.
of this.
But that's going to be one of the major problems, and what do?
You go out with a herbicide eventually,
Yeah.
so you have the irony of spraying to kill plants on plastic.
So it's a disaster.
So out of 10?
A big, fat 0.
Zilch. Well, we asked Melville Council to come and talk to us. Now, they couldn't put anyone forward, but they sent this statement. The city is aware of the drainage and heat implications and effect on street trees and associated removal and disposal costs associated with synthetic turf, which is why we now find that a policy is required to address these issues. Sounds to me like changes in the wind. Now, if we look at it from Mother Nature's point of view, there's got to be a better way of doing this. So what we're doing with My Landscape here is we're transforming it into a sustainable verge. That means we add to rather than subtract from the environment. And to get this started, I brought in my Mzungu mate Simon from Sustainable Outdoors.
Hey Chris.
Buddy, what are we going to do to transform the soil to start with?
Well, this is really sandy soil you have here, so we're going to add some bentonite clay. Now this bentonite, it's really going to add the water and the nutrient holding capacity back into it. We're also going to add some really nice dark black compost, which is really going to bring the biological life back into the soil.
Good enough to
And
eat.
that's going to be a great foundation for our wonderful West Australian plants that we have here. Banksia repens, what a fantastic little ground cover.
And I love this, bud. Look at the contrast. That's the little smoky, the Alaria.
Beautiful.
We've got a Dampira here.
And just the contrast in foliages, you know, once these grow up, they're going to look fantastic. The most colourful verge in your whole street.
And I love that we're doing it in swales. We've got the topographical variations and everything is nice and low, so we protect the line of sight. The council will be happy. Are you ready to plant?
Let's go do it.
Woohoo! So there you go, a fantastic alternative to that lawn that would guzzle litre upon litre of water every week. This is a water-wise, easily maintained, attractive verge which is working with nature, not against it. Next month, I can't wait to show you the transformations in the sustainable home. It's going to be awesome. The double glazing, the rainwater tanks, grey water systems, the reeded decking. But that's all for next month. Now, I just want to leave you with a message from our friends at Scarborough. Which program teaches you the best way to be sustainable? GGTV! Come to one of our free workshops. For dates and information, go to our website, greatgardens.info, or call our hotline 1300 36 9833. And Great Gardens is proud to be sponsored by the Water Corporation, Synergy, the Swan River Trust and Woodside.